Welcome to Tracking the Week. On Monday, the former Accountant General and Finance Commissioner during Nasir El-Rufai's administration in Kaduna State, Shizer Joy Nasara Bada, has been arrested by ICPC at a Lagos airport. Bada was reportedly attempting to flee the country when ICPC operatives apprehended her, raising suspicions of a potential escape in light of mounting corruption allegation. The arrest is part of a broader crackdown on officials from El-Rufai's administration, with several figures now under scrutiny for their roles in the financial management of the state. While specific allegations against Bada remain undisclosed, insiders believe they are connected to large-scale financial irregularities, including the mismanagement of public funds and alleged embezzlement. The ICPC asks that more high-profile arrests would follow as investigations continue into the financial conduct of key officials during El-Rufai's tenure. Also on Monday, parents of students of Lagos State Model Senior College staged a protest against increment in the school boarding fee. The announcement of increase of model schools boarding fee from 35,000 to 100,000 was seen as a way to make life completely unbearable for low-income parents whose wards attend the model schools. Protesting parents blocking the gate of Lagos State Model Senior College in Mero in Alimosho local government area, the Parent Forum said the increment, which was done without their input, is a violation of the earlier agreement. They said the government did not consider the economic status and the current economic situation in the country before making such a decision. After the meeting with the House Committee on Education at Lagos State House of Assembly, it was resolved that parents should go ahead and pay the owed 35,000 naira for this time. On Tuesday, President Bola Tinubu condoled with members and leaders of the Tijaniya movement in Nigeria over the death of 40 members killed in an auto crash on Sunday. The victims were on their way to Kwandari in Plateau State to a Maulud Nabi celebratory event in Seminaka, Kaduna State, when the bus collided with the truck at Liri town of Kaduna State. Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the President, Information and Strategy, in a statement said President Tinubu condoled with the families of the dead and injured and with the governments of Kaduna and Plateau states. Onanuga said the President prayed for the repose of the souls of the departed and directed FRSC to improve highway monitoring to reduce number of road accidents nationwide. Also on Tuesday, residents in Pape community and Abuja suburb in Buhari area council in the FCT are now living in fear following a mini earth tremor noticed in a section of the community going into the third day. Pape is situated less than 10 minutes from Abuja Eyebrow district of Maitama. It's densely populated with many low earners as well as the middle class among its residents. Residents who spoke to journalists disclosed that the earth tremor experience, accompanied with a devastating sound, was first noticed on Saturday, continued on Sunday, as well as Monday. The situation is well noted around areas like PW Neighborhood and Mopo 24 Barracks, two areas sandwiched by the Loli Single roads that leads into the community. It has also been heard around Katampe Junction, the area linked with the Muritala Muhammad Expressway. Some of the residents claim the buildings shake whenever the movements take place, causing fear in minds of the residents. On Wednesday, former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello honored the invitation of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) relating to charges against him while he was in office. Bello arrived at the EFCC headquarters in Abuja in company of his successor, Usman Ododo. Bello, who has been declared wanted over allegations of money laundering and corruption involving a staggering 80.2 billion naira, finally honored the EFCC's invitation, arriving with several prominent politicians and APC stalwarts. In a statement from Bello's media office, he confirmed that he accepted the invitation after consulting with his family, legal team and political allies, asserting that he has nothing to hide. This development comes after a history of resistance from Bello, who has previously evaded multiple EFCC invitations and faced a dramatic scene at his Abuja residence. Meanwhile, EFCC says Yaya Bello is not in any of the Commission's facility. This was contained in a press statement issued by Head of Media and Publicity, Dele Oyiwale, on Wednesday. Still on Wednesday, the federal government alert Nigerians of the water release from Lagdo Dam in Cameroon. The federal government made this known in a press statement signed by the Director General, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency, Umar Mohammed. The statement noted that the authorities of the Lagdo Dam in Cameroon will initiate controlled water releases starting from Tuesday, September 17, 2024. It said the water discharge is anticipated to progressively escalate to 1,000 miles cubed per square over the next 7 days under inflow from the upstream Garo River, which serves as a primary source into the reservoir and a significant tributary to the Benue River. Nonetheless, the dam operators have indicated that the planned water discharge will be gradual to avoid surpassing the conveyance capacity of the Benue River system and triggering substantial flooding downstream in Nigeria. On Thursday, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) commenced the distribution of sensitive materials and the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System (BVAS) to the 18 council areas of Edo State. The exercise, which started as early as 8 a.m. at the CBN headquarters in Benin City, the state capital, amid heavy downpour, saw the political parties' representatives checking to ensure orderliness. Policemen from the State Police Command headquarters, as well as plainclothes policemen, were on ground to prevent a breakdown of law and order as journalists scrambled to get a glimpse of the materials. The other resident electoral commissioner, Dr. Anungum Onoha, supervised the exercise as vehicles were seen taking materials to different local government areas under the supervision of the Special Police Unit. Still on Thursday, the Court of Appeal in Abuja granted requests of the federal government and former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Samuel Nkano Walter Onoge, to settle out of court an appeal challenging his removal as CGN. The decision of the court followed information to the effect that the two parties in the suit have intensified effort to reach an amicable settlement of all issues in dispute. Correspondent Kole Ojo reports that at the proceeding in the appeal, lead counsel to the former CGN, Dr. Ongo James Onoja, informed the three-man panel of justices of the appeal court that the two parties are already having discussions on a peaceful resolution of the dispute. Onoja informed the court that the parties had an engagement up until Wednesday, September 18, and expressed optimism that the discussion would bear fruitful result. The senior lawyer subsequently appealed to the appellate court for 1 month adjournment to find a settlement of the matter. On Friday, ahead of the September 21st governorship election in Edo State, the Inspector General of Police restricted vehicular movement between the hours of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Election Day. Addressing journalists, the police command headquarters in Benin, Force PRO Miyiwa Adejobi, said the restriction covers both land and sea, stating a strict compliance and enforcement. He said the IGP had ordered the demobilization and the activation of orderlies protecting personnel on Election Day. The Force PRO also said special attention will be given to persons with disabilities and special needs. Lastly, on Friday, the Central Bank of Nigeria says it has temporarily withdrawn the monetary credit, foreign trade and exchange policy guidelines for fiscal years of 2024 to 25 document published on Tuesday, September 17, 2024. It said the revocation of the document is to minimize risk of any further misinterpretation or misrepresentation resulting in confusion among stakeholders. It disclosed this in a news statement published on its website on Friday. The new release was, however, not signed by any CBN official. On Tuesday, excerpts of the policy document stated that the bank will sustain its ways and means advances to the federal government at a 5% limit for the fiscal years 2024 to 25, contrary to a bill passed by National Assembly which raised the maximum borrowing percentage in the Act from 5% to 10%. Another controversial excerpt was a reinstatement of the cybersecurity levy, which was earlier suspended early this year due to serious public backlash. While refuting these claims, the CBN said the guidelines were misunderstood by some outlets as new policies when they are a compilation of previously issued policies and directives effective until December 31st, 2023. And that's it on Track in the Week.